Hey guys, I am settled in for the evening. So I guess while I am in my tent, I will show you some of the things that I brought with me. First and foremost, I will show you what I've been using to communicate with Austin with, and that is a Garmin InReach. We have a Garmin InReach Mini that we've used for a few years now. That we really love. It's great for trail running. I have really enjoyed having this new Garmin InReach Explorer Plus on this trip. The bigger screen and the additional capabilities that it has been really nice. And then I've also got maps loaded on here if I needed to use them, which is a really great feeling to have that backup. 150% recommend having a Garmin InReach. I brought a smart water bottle. It's a 750 ml bottle that I'm using primarily for my water. And I will show you my water filtration system in a second. And then next to it is actually a new addition I grabbed right before I left for the trip. And that was just some bear spray. I don't typically worry about it, but I just figured I'm by myself and there's enough other things to worry about. So I have a really great backpack that's got a really great place for me to put that. So I picked it up, and it's just another peace of mind to have that we can just keep in our camper or take with us camping should we find ourselves in any kind of bear country. So let me talk to you about my sleep system. My pillow is the Nemo Pillow. It is great. It's got about an inch of memory foam. And then inflates underneath, and it's a super comfortable pillow. It's heavy. It's like 7 or 9 ounces. So it's definitely my luxury item. I have tried some other inflatable pillows that I just can't get comfortable with, and I don't get a good night's sleep. My sleeping pad is the Flash 3 season from REI. It's fine. It's pretty comfortable. It's pretty warm. I think the R value is around a 3. It's a mummy style, so it's a little bit narrow, especially at the feet. It's very narrow, which is one of the things I don't love about it. And then underneath it, I have a cut down Thermarest Z-Lite foam closed cell pad that I really enjoy for being able to put down for breaks. And it was a game changer today during that storm. I put that on the ground so I wasn't sitting on the wet, cold ground, and it gave me some insulation and protected me from getting wet. I honestly don't know what I would have done if I didn't have that. It is something that I don't think I will ever go backpacking without, to be honest. My quilt is a UGQ 10 degree Bandit quilt. I have used it on one backpacking trip, and it is just great. It is super warm. It is super comfy. It is super light. I'm very happy with it, and it's in my Miami colors, so can't go wrong. My water system, I have a 0.6 liter Be-Free Catadine water filter, and then I have a 2 liter Hydro Flask Seeker extra bag for dirty water. So my shoes are Topo MTN Racers. They are really great shoes. I love them. I put the Nathan lock laces on them, which makes them a little bit extra comfortable and a little more adjustable, which is a nice thing to have. This is just a poncho that I got from the Nomadic subscription box. And inside of it, you can't quite see, but I've got some gaiters that I had worn today, and then I have some socks in there that are just darn tough crew socks, mid-weight, that are great for hiking in. My backpack is the Mountain Smith Zert 40. I'll just show it right here. This is what I was talking about, which is what I love about this pack. It's kind of more of a trail running style vest, and it's got 4 pockets basically up here on the front on the shoulder straps, so I can put my smart water bottle over here. I was able to put my bear spray over here. I had my phone in my pocket right here, and then I had some snacks, and I've got some chapstick and some headphones in there. Both sides are the same. You've got a decent size pocket here, and then another stretchy pocket that's actually really great as well and super stretchy and capable of putting stuff in. Inside of that right now, I've got some camp shoes, the Z Trail Zero sandals. I really love these. They're super comfortable. I keep a bandana on top just to help wipe some sweat, wipe my hands. There's a huge stretchy front pocket here that I shoved a bunch of stuff in there. I've got my first aid kit and kind of toiletry things in there. I have a racquetball in there to be able to roll my feet out. I used the racquetball container to put my sunglasses and my glasses and some contacts in. And my first aid kit's not super fancy right now. That's not normally in here, but it's my poop kit. I've got a deuce of spades trowel, a couple of Cottonelle wet wipes, and some toilet paper in there. And I keep hand sanitizer in there. I have an extra poncho in here. I was actually only going to bring this extra emergency poncho, but then last minute decided to bring that a little bit heavier duty poncho. I kept this just in case I needed to put that over or under my rain jacket. I was using a new rain jacket and I wasn't sure if it was going to wet through really easily or not. So super light, and just figured it was better safe than sorry knowing the forecast. I brought a set of hand warmers, hot hands, just in case it was going to get really cold one night, that I could take them out and shove them in the foot box of my sleeping bag, or sleeping quilt, I should say. I bought these on Amazon. It is flat rolled duct tape. Probably a little overkill for the amount of duct tape, but it's just so conveniently packaged that I don't bother doing the super ultralight thing and paring that down. I've got my headlight in here. It's a BioLite 330 lumen. It's got a red light, it's got a spot, it's got a floodlight, it's got multiple settings, it's adjustable lumens. So I think even on full 330, it lasts for 3 hours. And then if you put it on like the lowest setting on spot, it can last up to like 40 hours. I've got mosquito fish net. I've got mosquito net, head net, backup water filtration aqua tabs. It's just always a good idea to have a second backup plan for your water filter should your water filter break or you lose it or something happen. This is my medicine kit. I've just got some ibuprofen. I've got some headache Excedrin type medicine, a couple of alcohol wipes in case I got a really bad wound that I was worried was going to get infected, some triple antibiotic ointment. I've got a few steri strips in there in case you got a bad cut that needed to be kind of better approximated. And then I've got 2 doses of Benadryl or diphenhydramine in case I had some kind of allergic reaction or allergies. This is a bit of my additional repair kit. I've got some tenacious tape from Gear Aid. That's great for repairs on fabrics, tents. I've got a patch kit as well there, and then just a little strip of KT tape if I was going to have some blisters. More contacts because you got to be able to see. All right, so my last few things are kind of just emergency things as well. I've got a little mini Swiss Army knife that's got tweezers, it's got scissors, it's got a little knife, it's got a toothpick in it, so it's just kind of handy to have. I just bought these reusable Q-tips that I put in here to be able to use in case I got something in my ear or something in my eye and I really just was feeling like I needed to get it out. I keep an extra mini Bic lighter in addition to my cook kit. I've got an additional primary lighter in my pot, and then I've got an extra emergency whistle. It's just pretty light. And then this is just a little thing. Again, I got my Nomadic subscription box, and it is a little wearable compass. And so it's just my backup navigational tool, barring any issues with my electronics. All right. I brought 2 hats. Initially, I was wearing kind of like a full brimmed sun hat that I really like, and then I brought this baseball cap in case I just needed a little more aeration. It is soaking wet from the rain earlier. My rain jacket is in here. It is some version of a Frog Togs. It's a little stretchier material and a little more breathable and lighter material than the cheapest Frog Togs. I don't know if I really love it. It seemed like it kept me reasonably dry, but the arms were really short. And lastly, attached here is my very dirty Kula cloth, which is my pea cloth that I use to wipe myself. I will talk about a few more things. So I guess most importantly, my tent is this Z-Pax Ultiplex. This is its first outing. It's maiden voyage. So I don't really know what to think about it yet. Incredibly light, and it is pretty easy to set up. I am not getting perfect pitches by any stretch, but that's okay. It is hopefully going to keep me dry and protected, and that's about all I can ask for at this moment. I've got some pretty cheap poles that I've got off of Amazon. They're just the aluminum Foxellis, and the reason I got these was primarily they've got a cork handle up there and then an EVA handle right there, foam handle, pardon me, but they extend out to the necessary length that I need to set my tent, which is 54 inches. And so they are definitely heavier than my other poles that I typically use, which are Black Diamonds, Carbon, FLZs. I had bought from Ultiplex. They had a little extender piece you could put your trekking pole in. That would have made the height work, but the tip of the Black Diamond was too small to actually work with that. So yeah, I've been happy with these poles. They've been really good. They've been really sturdy. I haven't had any like mechanical issues. I've used them about 5 or 6 times now on different hikes. So there is a carbon version of them that's about $30 more. It's like $60. And so that might be something that you could consider investing in. Clothing wise, what I wore today, I wore the REI Sahara Sun hoodie. It's got UPF 50 protection. It's long sleeve, super comfortable. It's thicker than what I traditionally have been wearing, which is the Outdoor Research Echo hoodie. But the Echo hoodie is only 15 UPF. It's a lot lighter. This is definitely thicker and heavier. So if it's really hot outside, I would probably prefer the Outdoor Research. My shorts are just some bay leaf, I think 4 or 5 inch shorts that I got off of Amazon for pretty inexpensive. They are stretchy and light and comfortable. And I mean, they've been great. I wear the Patagonia Barely bra, and it's really comfortable. And since it's a low impact activity with backpacking, it's perfect. And then I wear ex officio underwear, and then my night apparel I will show you. All right, so my mid layer that I brought with me is Appalachian Gear Co.'s alpaca hoodie. It took me a long time to get one, but this is so soft and so comfortable. It's really warm, but not too warm, so I've enjoyed it. And then underneath it, I am wearing some Caratra merino wool underwear. I've got a long sleeve shirt underneath and then long pants underneath. Keeps me warm. It's super soft, super comfy, breathable. And then I wear another pair of Darn Tough socks at nighttime. The only other clothing things that I brought that I didn't talk about was I do have some rain pants. They're by Ultimate Direction, which is a trail running company. It's actually just a running company, but they have a lot of trail specific gear. So they're waterproof, they're light, they're comfortable. I don't have anything bad to say about them. I have a hat, just like a toboggan by Brooks Running. If my head were to get cold. I brought some Smart Wool socks. And then I brought a pair of some Patagonia R1 leggings that I brought as a warm layer to be able to hike in. And then my puffy jacket that I brought, it's tucked away in here. I don't usually put my puffy in a dry bag, but knowing that the weather was going to be really bad, I just really wanted to try and be super extra cautious. And You know, it could get really dangerous and really scary out here if your gear gets wet. So I put my sleeping quilt, my puffy, and all of my clothes were in individual dry bags. And in addition to that, all of them were then wrapped up inside of a compactor bag to help waterproof even more so, because my backpack is by no means waterproof. Oh, my puffy jacket, I never even told you, is Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer. It does not have the hood on it. Oh, my electronics that I brought, in addition to my iPhone 12 and the Garmin Explorer Plus and Reach, I brought a little bag and put it in a dry bag of some electronics. I have a Mophie 20,000 power bank, and then I brought an extra 5,000 power bank because I was just worried with weather, and if I was out here for 6 days, I just don't know if the 20,000 would be enough. I didn't know how much I would be using my electronics, so I just got some normal Apple headphones, an iPhone charger, a charger for all of the other things, including my Garmin and my headlamp. So that really does wrap up all of the things that I brought with me on this trip. You know, I didn't have any gear failures today, so that's good news. You know, it's been a really challenging year and a half for a lot of people. The COVID-19 pandemic has affected everybody in different ways, and me being in healthcare, it's been its own struggle, and we are unfortunately feeling and dealing with the same things that we were dealing with a year ago, and I think a lot of us feel like there's no end in sight. I myself have said, this isn't passing, this isn't going anywhere. And I think coming out here and just having this little backpacking trip really has helped me realize, like, yes, this too shall pass. The pandemic will pass. It may take a much longer time than any of us want it to, but it will pass, and we will be able to get to a sense of new normalcy. Unfortunately, I think it will be a long time because of the trends of everything with variants and vaccination challenges. But I think I just need to remember, like, this too shall pass, and it'll be okay. And, you know, I'm so blessed that I get to come out here and do this and take the time away and have the health and the capacity to attempt and do something like this. And I don't want to take that for granted. And I think that's part of why I just realized I don't have anything to prove. And the only thing I need to prove is whatever I need to for myself. And what I prove to myself is I'm pretty tough and I'm pretty brave, and I got out here and I did it, and I could have said no, and I didn't, and I came out and I faced those fears, and I realized they're very legit fears, and that's okay. But I now know what it is, and have a better appreciation for that. So I think for now I'm just gonna kind of hang out in the tent. I've got a lovely creek running behind me, so I'm just gonna listen to that. I'm pretty tired from today. It's been a pretty draining and long day. So I'm just gonna relax and try and get some sleep. And then when I wake up in the morning, I'll make myself some breakfast and some coffee.